Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Beastmen campaign for Mortal Empires. Now firstly, I would like to apologise for uploading this episode a day late yet again. Unfortunately, I've just felt shattered after this week of work and didn't want to do anything when I got home. So needless to say, we're running late today, but hopefully by the time it renders and everything, this should be coming out later this afternoon. So yeah, at least I'm a little late. One day I will get myself back into a regular schedule, and I do try. But yeah, this week was just tiring, I tell you. Secondly, I just want to take a moment to wish my American viewers a happy Thanksgiving. I know it was a couple of days ago, but nevertheless, I hope you all had a good time, that you ate lots of food, and spent time with your friends, family, and loved ones. And perhaps more importantly, didn't go too crazy yesterday with Black Friday sales. I've seen stuff in the past, and god, the idea, especially in America, no offense to you guys, but I've seen some stuff from you guys about how crazy people can be on Black Friday. I mean, even in the UK, we're masters of the queuing system, and yet we can still go a little crazy, I've noticed. But yeah, nevertheless, I hope you guys all had a good time these past few days. Anyway, with that sort of done, let's get back into the campaign, because at this particular part, we have got the Empire on the back foot. Between us and Middenheim, we've managed to cut our way through a lot of their territory, and a lot of their surviving regions is actually up in Kislev, thanks to them controlling and colonizing the areas after we went through it the first time. So, with the idea being that I would like to finish this campaign in a few episodes, so I have time to do maybe a quick one before Warhammer 3 comes out. What I've done is split my army, as you remember, or armies, I should say, into 3 sides. Here in the centre, we've got Molokh Slugtongue and Gorse Warhoof up here, near Talabheim. Their job is to finish off Talabheim and head towards Kislev through the centre of the Empire. Over on our left, we've got Malagos the Doomslayer and Morgul. These guys are going to be focusing on Middenheim, and if I can get the opportunity to recruit Kazrak, I think that would be quite fitting, given the history between Kazrak and Boris Todbringer. But nevertheless, these two are going to be focusing on Middenheim. And then over there in Sylvania, we've got Sahatori and Gore. Now, these guys were originally going to go after Drakenhof, but thanks to Vlad taking it, which I will say was really cool when I saw that last episode. The fact that the progenitor of the von Karstein bloodline led the army that took it back from the Empire's forces. I just thought that was really good timing by the AI and really thematic. But unfortunately, because I was going to take it originally, he's taken it, and I'm not going to go to war against Middenheim in this campaign. So what we're going to do instead is head towards Valdenhof. So, while we're here, let's get going. Okay, you can lead the assault, because I Commander Bernhardt is leading the defense. This should be a pretty easy fight for us. Or not. Close victory. I mean, I could auto-resolve it, we won't lose any units. But it's been a little while since we've done an actual siege assault battle. So sure, I'm going to take a turn, build some siege equipment, and I'm going to lead the assault. We're going to see how we do against them. So, if we lead that, where is... Sahatori. Can you... We might be able to reach Eschen. It looks like you can. Or maybe not. Hang on. Oh no, you can. That's fine. So what we'll do then is we'll get him into position and then... Oh. Can you not... Okay, so he's slightly out of range. Fair enough. In that case, we'll attack in the following turn after we've taken Valdenhof. That way then we can start, building up the blood ground, so to speak. Once we've done that, Karakadrin will probably be next. We'll head up then towards Nagenhof. We'll have to send someone up then to Karakrazak and take that, because then that would just secure all the ruins we've already left here. And between these two then, we can start making our way up the World Edge Mountains, take Kislev, and start heading back. So, that's you guys done. Next is Molokh. Now, I have noticed how much fewer backs army, so unfortunately we can't march there. Can we use the Beast Paths? No. Christ, we got even less movement with those. Oh no, we'll just stick to that. We'll march on him. If I'm lucky, he'll come and attack us, But given how strong Slugtongue's army seems to be, I doubt he's going to do that. So instead, we may have to chase him down. We'll see what happens. But you've done that. Let's get Talabheim built up again. There we go. And then Goros. I must admit, it's a little tempting to go after Hergig. What's the army like inside? Okay, they got a lot of handgunners. That's fine. What's the garrison like? 3 company militias, mortars. I mean, we could fight them, but it'll be a little tough, especially given that Goros's army mainly composes of, well, centaurs, chariots, and the like. In that case, what we'll do... Let's see if we can be smart about this. If I can move you just outside the settlement to here and set up, we can. What I'm hoping is going to happen during the next end turn phase is that Adolphus here is going to seize the opportunity to attack Talabheim, because we've only not long colonized it. Yeah, you can see here our garrison is not strong at all. It could be very easy pickings for him, and hopefully we'll be able to launch an ambush. But we'll see about that. And then next, you guys. Now, if you remember, this army spawned up, I believe it was in the last end turn phase, because of the Empire being so weak right now. So, maybe they had a chance to go after Ordorf, but with Morgul being nearby, oh god, yeah. That's no worries at all. We'll just do that. There we go, nice and easy. Still lost 199 casualties. And that's with the garrison coming in as reinforcements too. Wow. Okay then, we'll take the Bestial Rage, because he is quite low at the moment. Okay, challenge complete. Which one? Oh yeah, of course. So we had one last challenge we needed to research, and that was the one for doing the 4 heroes, and we've now done it. So if we go on to challenges of the Dark Gods, Horns of War. When the tribes unite under the greatest chieftains, the ground shakes at the Brayherd's march. So this will give Guardian for Lords and Heroes. So if they're within a Lord or Hero, from what I remember, yeah, only acts on targets when in area. So if the target's a Lord or Hero, then the character gets 15% physical resistance. Very useful. Now, I could have you head up and join, but what I want to do with you, I want you to finish off the Wood Elves over here in Grunzint. So, these are the last remnants of the spirits of Athel Lauren, so I would like you to actually try and deal with them. What's going to be the easiest way? Unfortunately, it's going to be trespassing, but I don't think Mucilan is going to try anything against us anytime soon. But while you do that then... Alright, we want to take Middenheim. The only thing is, I don't know what we have actually... Oh, hang on. Let's move you out of this. I don't know what they actually have, so if we can find a good spot for us to set up camp. Say here. Alright, we've got Valmir from Malkoff, who's leading us, Boris Todbringer, and we've got 2 small armies here. Right. Okay then, we'll take the opportunity to rest up, continue upgrading some of our buildings. Anything else we kind of wanted? Let's go for Scorched Glass Plains, just because we got the favour at the moment, so I don't see why not. And then, who was left? Oh yeah, of course, we got Malagor, didn't we, in the previous end turn? Sorry, previously, so I think he's somewhere all the way down here, isn't he? He was down by the coast. Ah, here he is. Now, originally I was going to send him up to join us in the Empire, but it's going to take so long for him to get there. And we can't disband him or swap him out at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, we're just going to have some fun against the Orcs, I think. It will spice things up a little bit, fighting another faction apart from the humans. And we have been at war with the Prophesized War for a number of episodes now. Although we haven't actually had much to do with them, because we've been focusing in the Empire. So, yeah, why not just hang around down here a little bit? So we'll take the opportunity just to upgrade everything we can. And we'll start working on his army soon. Markers each will give us magical attacks, magical resistance. I mean, none of these in themselves are that particularly useful for Malagor. I don't feel they suit him as a character, from what I remember of his sort of backstory in that. Maybe the Khan have changed because of Zeech, and he is a magic user. But it doesn't provide any actual bonuses for magic, like extra wins of magic and what have you. So instead, let's have a look at some of the other options. Let's just go for, again, Scorched Grass Plains. That way we can get a few more units. Once we get some units recruited. Could go for a Giant, but I think we'll go for some Chaos Spawn. And then what else do we want? Oh yeah, I need to check. What are your bonuses for? Something wicked this way comes. Okay, Unholy Power, Crowfather. Okay, so he gives bonuses for Harpies and Manticores. Right. Brave Shamans and the Mantle of Crows. Okay, that's fine. In that case, can we not recruit Manticores with him? We should do, because we got... Oh, right, yeah. Okay, let's go to our Rewards of Dread. Let's spend some points on increasing the unit cap. Screw it, why not? We get it back easily enough. So with that now, we should be able to get access to... Manticores. Ah, 3 Manticores. Oh, hang on. No, we want to get a bunch of Harpies, so we'll grab 2 of those. Get 4. That will give us some points left then to get Minotaurs. And then we'll just fill up then with some Gores as well. So let's start grabbing a couple of you. There we go. Okay. Finally then, let's just go through all of this. So Desarius... I might as well just work on Indomitable for you at this point. Morgul? What to go for? Let's just focus on increasing his... I don't know, I don't want to say his combat abilities because his armor is pretty crap. So... And we can't go for his own personal skills yet. But it would be better if he can at least defend himself. So we'll go for Primal Instincts. Right, you can go for Savage Dominion. K'gar. Let's give you Devastating Charge. Scar. Deadly Blade. Akbar. Oh god, I forgot to name this guy Akbar. It's a trap. Oh dear. I crack myself up sometimes, I really do. Okay, excellent. So, Adolphus decided to attack Talabheim. Unfortunately for him, he's now fallen into an ambush. And according to the game, it's a close victory. I mean, we won't lose any units. Apart from most of the garrison, it seems. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's use Lightning Strike. It still gives me a close victory, but I noticed the casualties have jumped from medium now to low. Okay, we'll fight this battle. Just so we can make sure. Let's give that to you. We'll fight this battle just to make sure we take as few casualties as we can. And I'll see you guys down there. I must say, it's not a good day to be the general here of this army, as he's surrounded on all sides by the Beastmen. Now you can already see here that I let off a spell, the Brave Scream, from my Shaman, but this battle is going to be over so quickly. I don't remember fighting a battle as quickly as this one, but just for, well, the sake of it, as you can see, I've got all my Gores on one side. On this side, I've got my Slangors, as well as my Minotaurs, my Heroes, and the Chariots. And then right at the back, I had my Centaurs march into position and chase down the enemy's wagons. Now, you can see spells are being unleashed all over the place. I'm trying to be a little careful because the enemy does have 2 wizards in the army. So while they'll be easy enough to deal with in close combat, they are able to try and do a bit of damage against us outside, well, out in the battle itself, but they haven't actually done that much. We've lost 7 men so far, and already the enemy have taken, well, a hell of a lot more losses. But if I speed things up a little bit now, you can just see the devastation, and already enemies started to shatter and retreat after being surrounded on all sides. We're only, what, 23 seconds, 24, 25 seconds in, and we've won the battle. So at this point, all I'm going to be doing is just chasing down as much of the enemy units as I can to make sure that we kill off the army. But, yeah, that was our first battle of the episode. Done very, very quickly. I didn't even use all my units when you think about it, because I didn't even send my Manticore in. I was originally going to get him to attack, and I just left him on the side. No matter, at least the Jabba's life was able to have some fun, eh? But anyway, let's go back to the campaign map. So there we have it, a decisive victory. We actually took longer to go for the loading screens than it was to actually fight the battle. But we did just fine. We only lost 13 Beastmen, and in return we practically wiped out the enemy army. There was only 3 survivors, and, well, they didn't last too long, as you can see. They've probably run back to their villages, in all honesty. So, let's go ahead. We don't really need the rage at the moment, so, I don't know, do I take the replenishment, I guess? It's 3%, but with that, depending on what the enemy does next, we could actually march on Hergig straight away. Oh, so close, so close. Oh, interesting. So Helmet has actually marched up to Talabheim and has gotten into reinforcement range to attack the, well, to join in this battle against Gor's Warhoof. Valmir is going to lead the initial assault, and then Helmet is coming in as reinforcements. Now, depending on how the map sorts itself out, Helmet might be coming in right behind us. So I think it will be certainly in our best interest maybe to just charge forward and try and deal with Valmir first. But, oh, I'm going to bring in the reinforcements. Not because I expect them to do much, but it could at least hold the enemy in position long enough for me to be able to deal with the first wave. So, yeah, see you guys down there. So here we are, guys, as our army is prepared to attack the forces of Valmir von Molokh. Now, at the time, I had no idea where they were actually deploying, apart from they were going to be somewhere around here. I did not expect them to be so tightly packed, which could work out quite well for us, assuming we're able to get into close combat with them. And given the fact they do have the Hellstorm rocket battery, as well as a number of gunners, I wanted to make sure we didn't get shot at too badly. So, what I was doing is sending in all my units to attack this first army, allowing the enemy reinforcements to come in behind us. I forgot about the Slangors initially, so that's why these guys are just sort of standing around doing nothing. But everybody else is marching right towards that first army. We've got our Centaurs coming in to outflank them, but we've got everybody else just charging in. You can already see Goros has managed to go after the enemy's captain. We've got our Minotaurs going after the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Unfortunately for me, he's about to get double-teamed by Valmir riding his Griffin. So I very quickly, when I realised that was happening, started to try and pull him out. So, if we let things speed up a little bit, you can see everybody is just charging down, and the plan being to get into close combat as quickly as we can. I did want to try and pin down the enemy war wagons because they have got mortars on them. So I was sending units like my Manticore over the top to try and go after them. We've got plenty of Centaurs to try and chase some of them down when the game decides to stop freezing up. And I would initially send them out here now just so we can try and go after these nice juicy units right here. So yeah, that's what's going on over here. Now if I slow things down a little bit more and head back to the reinforcements, you can see that Helmet Feuerback is rushing ahead of his army on his Griffin, and the rest of his forces have just come onto the battlefield. Now, none of them are artillery pieces, they are just melee units and a couple of other ones here and there, like you can see Outriders. We've got a few crossbowmen and the like, but yeah, nothing too threatening. But because I was wanting to deal with Valmir's army first of all, what I was doing with the reinforcements we had from the garrison at Talabheim is I'm rushing them up the hill to try and engage them. Now, I don't care who dies in this army. The plan was just to try and hold that army in place long enough for us to deal with the first army. Now, I'm not sending all of them initially. I saw that I had 2 units of Gors, pretty much at a reasonable strength, I suppose I should say. So I sent these guys actually to rush over to here and support our line when they eventually arrive. And then I had 2 units of Harpies, which were pretty much, well, at full strength. And what I was doing with these was rushing them so they were going to be about here, with the plan being to try and attack some of the enemy's missile units from behind. Now, it kind of worked, although I didn't realise at the time that I actually had a Brave Shaman, otherwise I would have used him a lot more effectively than I did. But, if we continue the battle a little bit now, you can see my Slangors were finally getting in on the action. We had a captain chasing after Goros, but he's able to deal with them easily enough by himself. And a bit of a miscast there by my shaman, but that's okay. In the main battle itself, we're kind of going okay. The Jabber's-Life and that's managed to hold quite well and do a lot of damage to the enemy's infantry. You can see Valmir is busy fighting away the best he can. But now at the moment, if we swing things over, we've got Anurag the Gorehorn engaging him, and a bunch of Minotaurs and even some Slangors coming in now from behind. Oh no, I didn't. I realised then that Fiorbak was making his way in. So I decided these guys may be able to do some damage against him. So I held him in place using these. And then once we've dealt in with Valmir, because he's about to retreat any moment, I ended up pulling troops in to go after Fiorbak instead. Now if we swing back here, you can see we've pretty much got the enemy's force wiped out. A lot of their missile units are running away. We've managed to wound Valmir now. Oh, a unit got wiped out. Who? Oh, right. The one Minotaur that was part of the garrison. Oh dear, poor you. But as you can imagine, given the fact that the garrison was very badly injured, I wasn't having high hopes for them. But they were just there to try and stop the enemy from moving some of their units, which was working, as you can see. Activated the Vile Entropy ability to deplete their ammunition. But with the first army defeated and Fiorbak actually wounded, thanks to, well, all the units we were able to send in, like Anrak and Goros was around here somewhere, I decided to try and move the rest of the force into position to receive the second army. Because we did have some outriders here though, I had a look and realised my chariots were much faster than theirs, troops were, so the Razorgors have got a speed of 107. The outriders have got 86. So I sent my chariots after the two outrider regiments, not realising until I was a bit too late that these guys were going to be skirmishing back and running straight into the main army. So when I did realise this, instead of setting my army up, into position first, I just charged them straight in. In the meantime, though, this unit's going to be, well, having a lot more bad luck, given that my Tuscarors were able to catch up to them easily enough. Again, a speed of 100... Oh no, sorry, that was about to say 122. That was higher than I remember. But there we go. The Razorgors are now engaged. Luckily for me, they are anti-infantry, so they're going to do a fair bit of damage against the units here. But they are taking damage. As you can see, their health bar just going lower and lower down. And again, reinforced by great swords charging in and everything else. So, with that, the rest of the army is coming in, with Goros leading the charge. He's going to come in and go after the units of spearmen right here. Everybody else is just engaging as and when they can. Not so sure, what was this ability? Oh, the other Trickster Shard reducing their magic resistance, right. But there we go, got Anrak making his way in, the Jabber's-Life floating and sort of gliding his way to engage with the enemy. The chariots have finished off that unit over there. And if we head back here a little bit, you can see that a few of the survivors of the garrison were able to engage with the enemy. While they did have low health, you can see this giant has only got, well, he only started with 1,000 health initially, and it's gone down now to 555. He's still able to hold his own against the enemy spears. We've got the Harpies then going after whatever units we can get them to combat with. One unit actually starts retreating at some point, but this one is able to come in and help out with the crossbowmen. And really at this point, it's just waiting for the enemy to charge. They have taken a lot of damage to their leadership thanks to losing both generals and a fair portion of the army. In fact, if we hover over, you can see... Don't ignore what it says about my allied troop count, because that's taken into account that if we had the garrison at full strength, we would have been able to have 2,724, but we didn't, as you'll see when we go back to the campaign map. But at this point, victory is mine. We're chasing down the enemies. They're starting to run away. Arvak is just having some fun slicing apart enemy infantry. And yeah, at this point of the battle, all we're doing is just chasing down as much of the enemy as we can. Some of them are still quite full strength because of how soon they started to run away. So yeah, it was my best interest to try and track down and kill as many of them as I could. A couple of outriders will make their way off the battle because they were managed to come over to here. And despite me sending in the Harpies originally, wasn't able to catch up to them. But very soon we'll kill everybody else. And I think it's safe to say we go back to the campaign map. See you guys back there. Well, that went much better than I anticipated, giving us a heroic victory, and most of the enemy's armies wiped out. That was amazing. I'm quite happy with myself there. Right, what do I do next? We're going to go ahead and get the replenishment, just because why not? But defeating those armies with Goros has really opened up things a bit for us to go after other settlements. Now that Talabheqlin's been practically wiped out with their armies, we can go after Hergig easily enough, we can finish off these two armies. We can then bring, well, if we really wanted to, we could even bring Goros to join in with the assault on Middenheim. But I'm in no major rush for that. I still want to stick to the plan of him going after Kislev and Talabheqlin. Although I did notice now he's picked up both the Shadow Forester and the Gift of Gab traits. Very cool. And finally, we got to our turn. That was a long end turn phase, I can tell you. But we managed to pick up a Magister. What else did we get? Oh yeah, I forgot all about that, in all honesty. Killed. Talismans of Protection, Biting Blades. So as a Shadow Forester now, Goros Warhoof gets extra weapon strength and leadership when defending. The Gift of the Gab gives us extra income from raiding, not that I'm particularly fussed about that. And we start the turn all the way down in the Badlands. So Gore the Hard Eater can come and join us over here. Can we increase our unit caps for heroes slightly? Let's go for a Gore Ball, I guess. I would have liked to get a War Gore as well, but we need to upgrade buildings first. So let's just go ahead and do that straight away. So we'll grab that. Oh no, actually, we could do this right now, can't we? Alright, let's just get all of these built, because we might as well while we're here. So, that's Malagor going to be pretty much up now to full strength. We can go ahead and get both a War Gore and a Gore Ball, and I think I'm going to do exactly that. Nurgle's Faust Stink. Tough. Let's go for tough for you. And we're also going to grab another hero. We're going to grab a War Gore, Strong, Cannon, Disciplined. Let's go for Karak, just because of the strength. So, that's you done. Malagor then can continue building and recruiting new units. So let's have a look. Oh, we can't get any more upgraded Minotaurs yet, because we need to get the building, don't we? Right. Okay, then we'll wait a little longer. In the meantime, we might as well get a few more Gores. In fact, that will probably be just fine. Yeah. We don't need these. I'm going to get rid of those in hindsight. So we'll grab something like... Get rid of those two. Let's grab two of you. Or better yet, let's grab two of you. Now, we'll just grab... We'll leave it as it is, because then we can get our hands on two unit of Minotaurs. We'll see if we can get anything else as well. And then we'll put our heroes in. Because we've got 3 heroes that are going to be joining up. So, yeah. That's who you guys dealt with. I'll go ahead and I've still got those items to give out. I'll do that at the end of the episode, ready for next time. And in the meantime, let's use the Beast Pass. Potentially... No, it'll just be quicker to do it this way. Like I said, I know we're trespassing, but we don't have much in the way of diplomatic options when it comes to the Mucilon. So as long as we keep things relatively civil, I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's have you attack Middenheim. Might as well take advantage of Boris not being around. And I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve this one. 72,500. Okay, let's do the Herdstone before I get distracted. And already, Ritual is available. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Wait, support landmark. Ravaged Middenheim. Kazrak's Revenge. After countless moons, Kazrak has finally gotten what he was thirsting for. Middenheim, city of his great enemy, ruined, desecrated, and his citizens slaughtered and devoured. Such deeds will not get unnoticed by other Beastmen tribes and cause more bestial allies to flock under his banner. Okay, I'll quite happily take that. I mean, the bonuses for the Ungors and Warhounds is really not that big a deal, but having like the ambush success chance, chaos corruption, and a decent garrison, sure, I'll take that. And instead of the Brave Shaman, I'm going to go for the Rockin' Pits, just so we get those bonuses for the garrison. But yeah, I didn't realize we can get unique landmarks. I mean, it makes complete sense with Ravaged Middenheim, but just never realized we can get them before. Okay, in the meantime then, let's grab that. Because yeah, when you think about it, considering that we had Morgul under our control, and we attacked Athel Loren, which is sort of his main goal, the fact we never got anything for doing the Oak of Ages or any of the other settlements, yeah, that's a nice surprise, in all honesty. Right, what's gonna... Oh, really? I'm gonna have to do it this way, am I? I wanted to attack her gig, but because their army was in the way, I'll have to go by boat, and now I'm gonna have to go this... Damn it. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right, so you've moved. You've moved. You're on your way. You're recruiting. You guys are just hanging around. You're on your way. Right. Because we're coming up to the end of the episode, I'm actually going to go ahead and just attack it. I know... Oh. We still haven't built our siege equipment because our labour has gone down by 1. Don't know why that was. Never mind. We'll just go in and take it. We'll raise our herdstone. Like so. And minus 10% upkeep. Completely worthless given our army, but still... Fair enough reminder that we defeated him. We'll go for our standard ones at this point. Okay. You now can go after Eshin. There we go, nice and easy. I'm just going to raise in advance. We really don't need the favour right now. And just remind myself, Essin we're not going to touch. Naganhof will be his target, and we'll send... Gore after Karakadrin, I think. So let's get you making your way over towards here. Like so. You'll make your way over towards there. And then Slugtongue, finally. We might as well just get you to join back up now in Talabheim. And continue marching with Ghoul. I mean, actually, we might as well get you heading this way, shouldn't we? I think Goros should be fine going after all of these. But, yeah, we might as well get you just going after some more of the enemy. We'll do that as well, because I forgot to do that before. And I think that should now be everybody. Right. Yeah, it is. We'll quickly have to do points, because we've upgraded. In fact, you got 2 points. Well done, you. Alright, did we finish all of your ones there? We did. Okay. We'll go for prized horns then, increasing your melee defense even more. Anrak has got 2 points. We can go Arcane Conduit, Savage Dominion for the Cygor. Anrak, let's finish off Thick Skinned, and we're going to go for Gore Tusks. Okay, Malagor. We can go straight for the Mantle of Crows. That was an easy option. I thought it was really cool what it allows you to do, and it summons a Cygor into battle. So yeah, why not? Let's go for that. I'll go for that. And given that you are a Minotaur, we're going to go for that. You can have the same. We'll give you replenished troops. Alright, let's go for this and go for that. Malagast himself. What are we currently doing? I mean, we could try and go for one of these. But he hasn't really got that many in his army. So let's just go Call of Violence. And then we can start looking into the big upgrades. Given how experienced his army generally is, I think it will be a nice addition. Cajun Darby. Might as well just go for Specialist. Or better yet, just so we can finish off the chain, we'll go for Indomitable. Specialist does nothing for us, apart from increasing his agent actions, which is not an issue when we're not using him as an agent. Otherwise, we're just going for the sake of it, then. Okay, Snenzel. Yeah, you've got everything now, haven't you? Right, in that case, we'll go for... No, let's not worry about too much about that. We'll go for Uncanny Senses instead. And let's have a look. Is there anything we can do for... Not Dreads. Number of rituals. Oh no, because we did Vicious Demise, didn't we, for the siege battles? Right, I think we nearly ran out of that, haven't we? Yeah, alliance mates. Oh, right. I didn't realise we actually get penalties for making alliances. I mean, it makes sense for the Beastmen. Currently integrating the new Gauls, doing the Confederation. Oh, right. Those are kind of cool, I must say. Never thought about those traits. I mean, -1 bestial rage is no big deal at all. But still. Oh, and I just noticed then the Stave of Corruption. Sure, Victus. I'll take a peace treaty just because you are really not doing anything for us. They're still located over in, whatchamacallit, in Agarond. So, really, they declared war on us, even though they can't interact with us until they did it, and yet they just sort of stood around doing nothing in the meantime. Okay, so with the start of our new turn, once I go through all the pop-ups, challenge is finished, that's good to see. City planners, right. Now that it's back to our turn, I'm going to bring today's episode to an end. So, I think we managed to achieve a few things, despite not going through that many turns as I would have liked. But we're in a position now to be able to continue pushing forward into Empire territory, and taking it back under the control of Chaos. Now, we'll be able... Oh, they actually took Eschen back. I didn't notice that during the end turn phase. Bugger. No matter. No matter. We've still got Valdenhof, which is the main thing. But, next episode, what I would like to do is try and do the quest battle for Morgul to get his Stave of Corruption. And in the meantime, continue our advances with our different armies. We're in a position now to really end things, I would say, within a few episodes. We just need to head back up to Kislev and deal with all the colonization that has taken place and the repairing that the Empire has tried to do, since we burnt our way through it right at the beginning of the campaign. But, yeah, we'll sort that out in the future. For now though guys, thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and you do join me next time of course for some more Warhammer. But until then everybody, take care, and goodbye for now.